Welcome back to class. This is our Form 4 class, and we introduced ourselves to Form 4 work in the previous lesson, whereby we looked at Christian approaches to ethics. We looked at what ethics is, and as a continuation, we want to look at Christian values that enhance creation of a just society. This is still other Christian ethics. What are these values that Christians should be active in, should try to cultivate so that they can create a just society? So we shall begin by looking at what a just society is. What is a just society? A just society is a society which has peace and harmony. People can live peacefully with one another. None will pick somebody's property. None will kill another. None will rape another. People will respect each other. And therefore, as a result, there will be harmony. And in this society then, it is very easy to realize development of the individuals and also development of the society as a whole. So what is of our interest today are the values. What are the Christian values? Christian values that can be applied. Christian values that can be applied in order to create a just society. The first one that we are going to look at is love. What is love? Love is a feeling. It is actually love that makes people to be close to each other. It is love that makes people to make decisions together, to even do things together. What is it? Love is actually a term that is normally used to express several meanings. It can be used by different people to express different things. However, the most used is affection. They will use the term love to express affection to each other. Tender devotion. Tender devotion to each other or to something. Or deep concern about one another or about something. So that is what we mean by love. It can be used by different people to imply different things. There are those who will use it to imply affection, others will use it to imply tender devotion, while others may use it to imply deep concern. Therefore, it's always good to seek clarification. Which one does somebody mean when he or she tells you she loves you? Before we look at what it is all about or how it can create a just society, let us look at different types of love. There are different types. There are actually 4 types of love. Which ones are they? So that we do not misuse or misinterpret some of them. The first one is called philia. Philia type of love. Philia type of love. This is a type of love that is actually expressed by parents to their children or by children to their parents. Therefore, it is found between parents and children. So when you as a child, you are expressing love to your parent, you are expressing filial love. When your parent expresses the kind of love he or she expresses to you, she or he is expressing filial love. Don't tell your girlfriend that you have filial love towards her or your boyfriend. 2, the second type of love is eros type of love. Eros type of love. This is now the type of love which is passionate, and it's normally expressed by lovers. Normally expressed by lovers, and interestingly, it is sexual by nature. It is sexual by nature. Therefore, this is the love that lovers express to each other. Husband and wife, lovers, eros type of love. The third type of love is what we call fraternal type of love. Fraternal type of love. This is a type of love that is expressed by brothers and sisters towards each other. Expressed by brothers and sisters towards each other. You find that even when you feel like you want to hate your brother or your sister, there is something limiting you. You still feel concerned about his welfare or her welfare. It's because there is this natural type of love that exists between you and your brothers or you and your sisters. The third type of love is called agape. Agape type of love. This is an unconditional type of love. And it is only expressed by one being to others, expressed by God to people. Unconditional, such that one can sacrifice anything for the sake of another. And it is this type of love that made God actually to sacrifice his own son, Jesus Christ, to come and die on behalf of the people. So it is normally a self-giving love. Self-giving love. And let lies not be told, there is no human being who will express this kind of love to another. Therefore, don't go telling your parents or your brothers or your lovers that you have agape love for them. You'll be lying. Now, that is love as a value that will actually propagate or try to create a just society. If all parents loved their children, what a society we can have. If all the children loved their parents as expected, what kind of a society will have been created? A wonderful society. If all lovers, those who claim to be lovers, sincerely loved each other, you can already begin imagining what kind of a society we could be having today. If all brothers loved their sisters and sisters loved their brothers, you can imagine what kind of families we could be having today. But for God, no doubts, no question. He has that unconditional love for us. The second value, the second Christian value that creates a just society is what we call honesty. Honesty. Honesty is also the same as reliability, and is the same as faithfulness. Faithfulness. These three words mean the same. Honesty, it's actually the ability to tell the truth. Ability to tell the truth. So in a society where people are honest, none will speak lies. None will give false testimony or false evidence. And no parent will lie to his or her child, and no child will lie to his or her parent. When it comes to reliability, it's simply being reliable. Being reliable. Can whatever you say, can it be taken seriously? Meaning it is related to honesty. When if you can be trusted, you can be depended upon, dependable. Are you dependable? Then you are reliable. And of course, faithfulness again is the same. You are faithful if you can be depended upon, if you are honest. So we can already begin imagining how this society can be a very peaceful society where everybody will be happy and harmony will exist between each and everybody. The third value that can create a just society is justice. Stroke fairness. They mean the same. Justice, stroke, fairness. What is justice? Justice is a moral principle. It's a moral principle of being fair. Of being fair. So you are just if you are fair to another. Do you give people their dues? Then you're being fair. Do you exercise justice? If you exercise justice, then you are being fair. If you are exercising injustice, then you are unfair. Of course, this will now, it will touch even political arrangements. If the political arrangement of any society is just, then that society will also be fair. And even the social arrangement will also learn to be just and fair. And therefore, if all became fair and practiced justice, then you can imagine how a harmonious society we could be living in. Value number 4, respect. Respect. What is respect? Respect is simply the ability of recognizing other people's lights. Recognizing other people's lights. Other people's lights. We are living in a society where people want their rights to be respected, but they forget that other people also have rights. We are living in a society where respect is only given to those who look like they can cough something, they can give something, and therefore the poor are trodden upon. This is a weakening call that the society we are living in should learn to respect all. May they be rich, may they be poor, may they be healthy, may they be sick, of whichever race, of whichever ethnic background. Respect. It doesn't matter the age, but we must learn to respect each other. And therefore, if respect was actually cultivated in a society, I'm just imagining what kind of a society it would be. It is a society where people will not have high blood pressure or heart attack, because everybody will be respecting other people's space and rights. Another value that is very relevant in the creation of a just society is humility. What is it to be humble or to have humility? This is acknowledgement, it is acknowledgement of one's qualities, abilities, and inadequacies. You acknowledge that you actually have abilities, you actually have qualities, but at the same time, you have inadequacies. You are also inadequate. In simple words, what we are saying is accepting that you actually have strengths and at the same time you have weaknesses. What is so important by accepting your strengths and your weaknesses? You'll use your strengths to develop your own as an individual and also to develop your society. And when you accept your weaknesses, you learn to accept other people so that they can come and make you whole. So you learn to respect others' abilities, and therefore their abilities will come and fill in your weaknesses. the Bible supports humility. The Bible supports humility, and we find it in Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29, verse 23. What does the Bible say? A man's pride will bring him low, but he who is lowly in spirit will obtain honor. So the Bible supports those who are humble. So as Christians then, if we want to create a just society, we have no option but to be humble. And when we are humble, of course, we appreciate all the others in the society. The sixth is what we call perseverance. Perseverance or persistence. Perseverance or persistence. What is perseverance? It is a Christian value which is related to persistence. To persevere is simply to show determination and endurance. You show persistence, and you also endure the challenges when you are pursuing a good goal. Therefore, if you can persevere and persist, then you will actually be in a position to face challenges when you are following your goal. Challenges will not limit you into fighting for your goals. And of course, a person who is perseverant and persistent will also bring development to himself and or herself, and also to his society. And finally, we have the last value, which is chastity. Chastity. What is chastity? It's simply being pure. Where or in which field? Being pure physically, being pure mentally, and being pure spiritually. In most cases, chastity will be used to refer to physical purity, especially to young people. We shall use this to advise young people not to involve themselves in what we call fornication, and to married people to remain faithful to each other so that they can remain pure. Pure. Well, if we go to the Bible, we shall find Jesus advising his followers against immorality. Paul, in his letters, will also talk, especially to the church of Corinth, about sexual immorality. And he will tell them to remain chaste. In fact, he advises them not even to get married, if they can, in order to serve God. But if one cannot, if passion is burning, then he advises them to get married and also remain faithful to their partners. This is what we are calling purity. Now, this is a Christian society. Do Christians really have a choice? No. They have to practice love, honesty, justice and fairness, respect, humility, perseverance, and chastity if they have to make their societies just societies. And I think this is a command from God, that we create just societies where respect is given to old and young, rich and the poor. And now, I want to leave you with something to discuss or to find out. Do you think we have other values? May they be traditional values? May they be social values that can be included in this list to assist Christians to create just society for themselves? We can look at that next time when we meet. Thank you and goodbye.